Hey guys, my name is Tyler Campbell. I'm the Director of Performance here at the Golf Performance Center. I'm here today to show you a few exercises you can do at home or in your hotel room to get a great workout on the run. Alright, so the first series of exercises we're going to go through is a dynamic warm-up. Before we get into our workout, we need to make sure the blood's flowing and the body's ready for what we're about to put it through. The very first exercise we're going to do is a body weight squat. If you have a med ball, go ahead and grab it. It's going to add to the exercise ever so slightly. If you don't, no worries. I'll show you a variation here in a sec. First, you're just going to take the med ball, place it between your legs, press it overhead. All right, as you're pressing the ball overhead, make sure you keep good posture. Good. And just get the blood going. You want to do about 8 to 10 of these total before we move on to the next exercise. If you don't have a med ball, go ahead and just take your hands, place them right behind your head, do the same thing. Work on keeping your elbows back, and you want to use a decent tempo. Second exercise we're going to do is a toe touch. All I want you to do is reach up nice and tall overhead. Again, get an extension. Try and get your shoulder blades behind your heels. All right? We're going to head down, exhale on the way down, touch the toes. Good. Again, we want a good, decent tempo. Get that blood flowing. Good. After 8 to 10 toe touches, go ahead and do a split stance. All right, your right leg is going to be in front, left leg is going to be back. I want about 80-20 weight distribution, front leg to back. Keeping your lower body stable, let's rotate right and rotate left. If you find that your belt buckle is moving, slow down just a little bit. Go ahead and switch sides. Great. Next up, we're going to go reverse lunge, overhead reach. So as I step back, I'm going to take the opposite hand of the leg that's in front, reach up, rotate towards that front leg. Go ahead and switch, reach up, rotate towards the front leg. I also like to think that my back arm is reaching down towards that heel that's behind me. Good. Awesome. Last exercise is just going to be an arm circle, so we're going to start small circles, thumbs forward. Good. Thumbs forward, circles backwards. Think about keeping your shoulder blades together. Next, we're going to go thumbs up, circles a little bit bigger. And then thumbs up, circles backwards. I like to finish with a few single arms, big circles, left and right. All right, so that concludes your dynamic warm-up. At the end of that, you should be feeling good and ready to start the workout. So to start the workout, all you're going to need is a stopwatch, a medicine ball if you have one, don't necessarily need one, a mini band if you have one, again, don't necessarily need one, and you can get started. So each exercise is going to be performed for 30 seconds. You're going to rest 20 seconds between each exercise and move from one exercise to the next. Don't repeat the same exercise twice in a row. All right, for the sake of the video today, I'm going to demonstrate each exercise, but I probably won't hold it for 30 seconds. So the first exercise we're going to do is what we call an eccentric push-up. I'm going to start my timer here, 30 seconds. Get in a good push-up position, hands under the shoulders, feet hip width. Keeping one solid piece, I want you to go as slow as possible down to the bottom of the push-up position, all right? And then help yourself to the top. One solid piece. What I don't want to see here is that back arching or you getting down here and then dropping quickly. You want to go nice and slow the whole way down. So that's about 30 seconds right there. I'm going to give myself about 20 seconds rest and move to the next exercise. The next exercise is going to be a straight leg sit-up. You're going to lie down on your back with your legs straight out. Again, if you have the medicine ball, great. Hold it right over your eyes. Pushing the legs into the ground, keeping them straight. I want you to drive the medicine ball up to the ceiling. Feel like you're pulling your chest through your arms so your biceps are by your ears. What I don't want to see is you curling your back and leaning forward. Continue to reach for the ceiling the whole time. All right, if you don't have a medicine ball, just use your arms. All right, after 30 30 seconds again. I'm resting for 20. I'm going to go ahead and put my mini band around my knees. If you don't have a mini band, that's okay. You're going to do the same exercise, just without the band. Lie down on your back, keeping tension on the band the whole time. Heels are directly under the knees. Okay, want you to push your low back into the floor, drive your hips straight up to the ceiling. Okay, you should be feeling this in your glutes big time. If you feel it in your hamstrings, probably not ready for the band. Hold it for 30 seconds. At the end of 30 seconds, you're going to rest, take the band off, and go right back into your first exercise. All right, guys, so these next 3 exercises we're going to run through essentially don't need any equipment at all. You could use a golf club, you could use a broomstick, really want to use controlling your body weight. So the very first exercise we're going to go through is what we call a half kneeling torso rotation. In the half kneeling position, I want your hip, knee, and ankle all at 90 degrees in the front. On the back leg, I want your back knee directly underneath your hip. Make sure you continue to engage your down glute, so the glute on the back leg. Keep that firing to help you stay stable. Go ahead and place the club directly behind your back. Get a nice solid inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, feel like you rotate towards that front leg. We want to make sure that the lower body isn't moving all over the place. Feel like the inside of this leg is connecting to the opposite rib cage or oblique. Perform that exercise for 30 seconds on each side. Give yourself about 20 seconds rest before moving to the next exercise. The next exercise is going to be what we call eyes wise T's and W's. I want you to start in golf posture. So pretend you're going to hit a 5-iron. Go ahead and cross your arms across your chest. Make sure you're neutral spine. What we mean by neutral spine is that this butt is not too anteriorly tilted or butt out, or it's not too tucked under. Make sure you're right in the middle as you go through the exercise. So starting with eyes, maintaining good solid posture. I want to keep those arms straight, keep the biceps close to the ears, and make sure those shoulders are pulled down and back. I don't want my head to shoot forward or my arms to bend. On the Y's, you're going to stay in the same 5-iron posture. I'm going to have arms out to the side at about 45 degrees. Leading with the thumbs, again, making sure your head's not shooting forward and your back's not arching. T's, we're going to be in our golf posture again with the palms up. Leading with the thumbs, this time we're going directly out to the side. Good. And then finally, W's. Start with your elbows together in golf posture. Pull your arms down and back. Maintaining that good golf stance. Last but not least, we're going to show a single leg RDL, okay? Again, using a broomstick or a golf club for feedback. This exercise is a little more advanced, and there are a few regressions, so keep an eye out for some more videos to see how to make this exercise a little easier. You're going to start with the dowel touching 3 points of contact, your head, upper back, and your hips. If we're going to be doing the exercise on our left leg, I want the right hand to be behind my head and the left hand to be in the small of my back. Maintaining those 3 points of contact the entire time, I want you to initiate the motion with the leg that's driving back. Only go so far as you can without losing contact with the bar. So if at any point I lose contact at my low back, I lose contact at my head, we're not necessarily doing the exercises correctly as we should be. Initiate the motion with the lower body, keep that glute engaged, keep the hips level, hinge, and then drive right back up to the starting position. All right, guys, so once you're finished your workout, the next step is a basic cool down. I'm just going to show you 3 simple stretches today to hit some really common areas that we find tight. The very first one being our hip flexor. Okay, so again in that half kneeling position, which we know is now 90 degrees at the knee, hip, and ankle, you're going to keep your, again, back glute engaged, and then your belt buckle high as you shift forward. Okay, common misconception here is that we want to get real low into this stretch. What happens is that low back starts to arch, and then you really miss the hip flexor. So feel like you tuck that pelvis under, engage the glute, keep the belt buckle high, and shift forward. You might find you don't necessarily have to go as far to get that same stretch. Okay, hold that stretch for about 30-45 seconds on each side before moving on to the next one. Next one's gonna get the other side of our hip. It's gonna be our glute. This is what we call a pigeon stretch. All right, you're gonna start on all fours with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Take your left leg, drop it as far back across your right leg as possible, and sit into that right hip. Okay, kind of rock back and forth, find the best stretch. You can alter this stretch by moving your shin more across your body, all right, just to change where you feel it. Both are good variations of a similar stretch. Hold this for about 30 to 45 seconds each side. And lastly, we're going to go through our side lying T-spine rotation. On this stretch, we're going to start with a foam roller. Again, you don't necessarily need this, but it does help if you're just starting out. I want you to keep pressure in that foam roller the whole time. And as you rotate open, exhale, good, reaching up nice and tall, and then rotate back closed. Good. Inhale, exhale, and then close it back up. Again, you don't need the foam roller. Once you advance a little further, you can push that knee into the floor, but that's going to make you want to rotate a little bit less if you're tight in that area. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that workout. Look forward to hearing what you have to say. See you soon.